Okay. All right. So we should be recording now. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an emergency podcast episode here. It's not really that big of an emergency. It's just yesterday, stuff was going all bad. This time, everything is hopefully going all good, man. So we won't waste too much time. We'll dive right into it. Let me introduce my other co-host here. Let me run down the Ensemble of Excellence here. We have the Cooking Taco. Taco, say hi to everybody.
No.
All right. We have the Adam, aka Jigga.
Or we'll do
Jigga,
everyone's intro but his own.
True. Jigga, say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
You're so real for that. Then we have the Silver. Silver, say hello to everybody.
Howdy.
We have the me. Hey, how's it going? And of course, the Zenith Animanga. Zenith, say hi to everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Yes, sir. Adam and Zenith's channels will be down below. Make sure you guys go check those out. Yeah, that's pretty much all that is there. I won't do any housekeeping notes this week. If you were around for the live stream, then you know that we did get a little bit into One Piece. I mean, we covered some of One Piece. So I mean, like, if we want, we can give just like quick thoughts for this section here in case you missed it, like what our thoughts on in this chapter. What do you guys have to say? Is there anything you guys like want to add? Anything you forgot to mention? You know, just anything quick you want to bring up here?
Like I said, it was a good chapter. I don't really have much to say on it aside like maybe from learning the connection between Loki and Rocks, which I thought was interesting as a parallel to Luffy and Shanks, but that's pretty much the end of it, really. Yeah, I'm sure we'll get more into that in the following weeks to come when we get to explore Loki's character more. But for now, it's just an interesting connection, you know? Oh, and hopefully we can also use it as a bridge to learn more about Rocks.
I do like how right after Sanji and Zoro take care of one of the monsters and stuff, the giant there was just like, yeah, my my shield's alive because I fought Big Mom, and everything is like, okay, it's like Zeus, right? You know Zeus? Yeah, Nami stole him. What?
It's the manservant for our navigator right now. He's like, what the fuck, bro? Like that, from that giant's perspective, that is actually fucking crazy. You're just like, yeah. I got the shield. My dad went to war with the legendary Yonko pirate Big Mom. It was such an insane battle. It's like, oh, it's like Zeus. Oh my God, you guys met the god of thunder. Oh man, that really gave our crew some struggles. Yeah, he's like one of us now. Huh? Like,
we own him.
Yeah, we own that fraud, bucko. It's over. Yeah, so I thought that was very funny. Hey man, yeah. Nami, she's getting some Elbaf feats here, man. They're gonna respect her. Yeah, she's gonna be the next guardian deity of Elbaf, you know? They're gonna be like, oh my God, I can't believe Nami beat Big Mom by herself.
Well, to be fair, the bar for guardian deity of Elbaf is apparently not that high.
Hey, not too much on Jinbei, gangy. What the hell?
Jinbei didn't even get the title.
Well, you know, like we could use it, like I mentioned before, we could use this to, you know, push the agenda, you know, like the gods or the guardian deities of Elbaf, like Jinbei scales above those, you know, like add that to his power level.
It's power scaling, Zenith. You wouldn't get it. Okay.
Yeah, right? What did you know about
it's a little above
power
your grade,
scaling? Yeah. What did you know about that?
I just wouldn't get it.
Yeah, you just wouldn't understand it, man. It's a lifestyle.
Literally the only thing I have to say about the One Piece chapter that I didn't get to say before is I said it a couple weeks ago, but I don't think Luffy... I originally said I don't think Luffy is going to fight any of these Holy Knights. But now I'm feeling pretty more confident that that's not going to happen. And I'm also thinking Zoro and Sanji also aren't going to get involved. I think it's just going to be the rest of the Straw Hats. Like,
really?
Yeah, handling this situation. Unless more Holy Knights show up, which is entirely possible because they can just be summoned. It's not like...
Right, yeah, they can literally just spawn in.
So unless like more Holy Knights get summoned or specifically if Shamrock comes back. Because if Shamrock comes back, then I think Luffy, or maybe if Loki wasn't super injured, I think they're the only two that could realistically defeat him.
Bro, he has a sword. What about Zoro?
Yeah, well, I think, having said all that, I think it is just going to be the Straw Hats handling this situation.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm very surprised, like, when Gunko just showed up on the ship, because I was not
that
like,
caught me. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, because I was not really expecting her to interact with much of the crew. I mean, obviously, with her talking up Sun God Nika and all that good stuff, we were expecting her to at least see Luffy at some point. She's been the one who's like keeping track of him, like, oh, the Straw Hats are here, Emperor Straw Hat Luffy's here. She's afraid of Nika, all this other stuff. So I mean, it's just set in stone that she's going to see him at some point. But I was not expecting her to interact with the other members of the crew.
Well, this is a very interesting setup because Gunko is a self-admitted huge fan of Brook.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
And Brook is right there. It's like in the final page.
Yeah, I literally said that like the week before. It's like, I can picture like a small interaction between those two. Is like her being like, "Oh hey, before I kill you, can I get your autograph?"
Yeah,
I'm
like
telling you, man, she's got to be a groupie. You can see her panties. She likes his music. She's a groupie, man.
I'm gonna be honest. If it was just Nami and Usopp there, I'd be like a little worried. I'd be like, oh man, this might be like a really tough fight. I don't know. Jinbei's there. I'm pretty confident. Like I feel like Jinbei can probably. Jinbei's
pretty tough.
Yeah, like Jinbei's pretty strong.
Jinbei does not go down without a fight.
Yeah.
Now, because it's right now, it's because the other Holy Knights could jump in at any time. Like they're right there. So this will get harder pretty quickly. But if it's just these four versus Gunko, I don't know. I feel pretty confident that these four can handle her.
Yeah. Especially with like, Nami in the back. She's like a glass cannon. So like she could just deliver damage while everyone else just takes blows for her. Plus Brook, his fucking ice powers, Usopp pop greens. Yeah.
I feel like with this group they could find some way to slip past Gunko's arrows. Like they'll find some trick around it or something as opposed to just power through.
I'd like to see Usopp come up. Like I think I mentioned it before. Like he shoots a pop green and it like follows an arrow. It spins around and like hits her in the back of the head or something. Like that'd be cool.
That'd be so sick.
Well, that's kind of that's part of the reason why I do think it will just be. I don't think the monster trio are going to get involved, with the exception of Sanji. No, I guess it's just Luffy and Zoro. Usually their opponents are just like pretty straightforward, like powerhouses.
Yeah.
It's just they outmuscle the other person. Sanji sometimes will fight very tricky like opponents. More often than not, actually. But I like the idea because from what we've seen of these Holy Knights' abilities, they're not just outwardly insanely powerful. But they seem like there's like a gimmick that you need to figure out to really get past them. And I would just like to see a bit more strategy in these fights. I think that'd be cool. Also, excluding the monster trio and Frankie, because Frankie's nowhere. He's just not here. He's doing something else. That leaves 6 Straw Hats. And there's 3 Holy Knights. So I'm wondering if the battles will kind of turn into 2v1s.
I can see that.
Okay.
So they'll kind of like pair up. Like Chopper and Robin are together. And then maybe it'll be like Brook and Jinbei, Usopp, Nami. They'll each have like a Holy Knight they're fighting, something like that.
Okay. That could be interesting.
That could be really cool. I would love to see Nami team up with Jinbei, just to like, I guess, kind of bring that moment full circle with her and Jinbei from Fishman Island. Now they're like tag teaming up against somebody. That'd be pretty cool. Usopp and Brook would be a fun team too. I think they could do like nut shit. That'd be awesome.
Another thing that I wanted to bring up, because it hints at what a thing we were talking about a couple weeks ago about Killingham's power, where it's like currently these monsters are being created from the imaginations of children. If he was able to recreate something from an adult's imagination who has more of a concrete idea of things, would they be more accurate, and could they replicate the power of those things? Because on page 14, the very top panel, it says, "Good thing these are based on a child's imagination. Would they be stronger if the kids knew the real thing?" And then someone responds, "I'd rather not find out."
Mhm.
Ah, yeah.
Which does seem like a pretty good setup for us finding out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the example I gave. Was like, well, if it's Zoro's worst fear is Mihawk, I'm not saying Zoro's worst fear is Mihawk, but hypothetically, if Zoro was, if Killingham could take Mihawk out of Zoro's dream and put him there, would that copy of Mihawk be able to copy Mihawk's real life sword skills? Because Zoro has seen them firsthand and knows knows how he fights. It's like, how strong would that copy of Mihawk be? And I feel like that this is implying that if these weren't just children's imaginations, these copies, these dream manifestations, monsters, whatever you want to call them, could be significantly more powerful. And I'm wondering if we'll see that. Like, whoever's
I think it would be
Killingham, like, we might see, like, if Killingham's fighting Jinbei, what if Killingham, like, brings Arlong out of his fucking memories or something, out of his dream,
like
or
Fisher
something.
Tiger or something.
Oh, Fisher Tiger,
yeah.
something like.
That'd be fucking crazy. Can you imagine that? Like, well, he's like, man, I remember when a Kainu burned me. You just spawn a Kainu in. Like, here you go.
He's finally took his ass out of that Oval Office.
Yeah.
Finally.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, if we were looking at like a team up situation, and like with Jinbei and Nami, like you said, I think Arlong would definitely be more interesting to bring out in that case, just as for that. Because then it's like it could also showcase like how far Nami's come. Exactly.
Yeah, that could be cool.
Yeah, that'd be really cool to just see Nami like diff that nigga. That'd be really funny.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just like, man, fuck you. Just one clap of the thunder, out of here. That'd be funny. Yeah, there's a lot of potential for who it could like what he could pull out. I mean, like, what if there's a situation where it's just like he fights like I said, like Usopp and Brook, and then he just yoinks out Yasop. Like, here you go. Now you gotta fight your dad. Good luck. Like, oh shit. Damn, man. Yeah. There's a lot of
And then he's like, wait a minute, I don't know how strong he is. I've never seen him.
I mean, hey, all he knows is that he's a brave pirate of the sea, so he's probably like uber strong in Usopp's mind. He's not pissing himself in every encounter, so like he's probably uber strong to him.
I mean, maybe, because like the other thing is like I can't imagine he's gonna be like Luffy, where he's not gonna do like some research on his dad, you know. But like, I mean, he had to have followed some stories about him, right?
Okay, all right. I mean, I'm sure. Yeah, I think there's even like a filler episode where like Usopp did like a sniper challenge, and the guy was like, yeah, there's only one other person who passed, and it was Yasop. So that was exactly. Like before they entered the Grand Line. Yeah. So
yeah, it was way back.
Yeah,
I remember that episode.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's like he's probably like read up on him in the newspaper. Just like, this dude shot 1 billion people all at once. He's crazy or some shit like that. You know how they overly exaggerate that. That would actually be perfect for Usopp, because like they overly exaggerate things in the newspaper. You know, agenda piece is real. So like Usopp's reading this, he's like, oh my god, my dad fucking triple 360 no scoped a dude off a tower and shot through like 30 people all at once. That's insane. And now like if he gets spawned in, yeah, man, it's over. So like it could be really bad for somebody like Usopp.
Yeah, because we don't really know the extent of Killingham's powers, because he created these monsters from the children's nightmares, but he can just create anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be. It doesn't have to be tied to fear, because he just created the salt.
Yeah,
salt.
And the food. The food, the salt, it's like they're not afraid
as
of
long
that.
as he like makes you think about it, like imagine it, you're good.
Yeah,
because
that's what he does. He prompts him to think about it, so that way he can pull it out of his head. I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he says like, oh yeah, he's like, this could use some salt, and he was like, salt? What are you talking about? And just reached in his mind. He pulled out the bougie salt too. Yeah, it is. There's a lot of situations for dream matchups. Haha, pun intended. When it comes to Killing Him's powers, I'm very interested to see who he fights. That was the one I think I'm most looking forward to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gunko's really cool though, so I'm interested to see what she does here too. Because hey, it would be nice, like we mentioned before, it would be nice for her and Brooke to at least have some moment, just like acknowledge each other's presence.
Oh, for sure. I think we're definitely gonna get that next chapter.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
I don't know if it'll be for very. I can't imagine it'll be for very long because again, I imagine she's someone who's gonna put work before pleasure, but still.
And then Summers is a thorn man, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
He can like wrap thorns around people, or I'm assuming objects as well. And then it's like how much damage you receive is like related. How's the stealth work actually? I don't remember.
I think it's
So-
like if you like, he kind of like places the thorns on them, kind of as like a trap, and if you touch like whatever he placed the thorns on, that's when they pop out.
Yeah, so
Which, like,
it's-
I imagine he can do more than just set traps.
Yeah, I
Like,
think that's just like one thing. 'Cause
Yeah.
he
That's what
wrapped
we've
it around
seen so
himself
far.
before, yeah. So he can probably use them bitches as like brass knuckles, or like he can probably wrap it around his sword. Because I think even his sword has like the briar like design.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he
And that
probably
would-
wraps it around his sword and goes with that.
And that would be like a really bad matchup for someone like Brooke or Usopp or Nami who use weapons. Because
Yeah.
if he wraps the thorns around their weapons, it's like, well, they just can't fucking pick them up. And it's not like they have hockey that's strong enough to counter that.
Little do you know, they're all gonna develop armament hockey, and they're gonna kick his ass. Yeah,
Hmm
That'd be pretty awesome.
guaranteed.
That'd be pretty peak, man. I still am holding stock in Usopp with the thanks to killing him and like, oh, he just spawns Loki and then he's the one who's able to lift Ragnir. And it's like, oh my god, no one else but Loki could lift that. So it's like, yep, that's gonna be his thing. He's gonna be the legend on Elbaf. It's like, oh my god, Usopp's crazy.
I think Gunko and Brooke seem like a pretty, I wouldn't say obvious, but seems like a good matchup because, they already established that Gunko's a fan of Brooke. But I even think Gunko might be an interesting matchup for Usopp because we don't really know how her arrow power works, but she can make people, and I'm assuming also objects, follow the path of her arrows.
Yeah.
So that could be an interesting matchup with Usopp because it would be hard for him to hit her. If she covers herself in arrows, and as soon as the object hits the arrow, it's just going to go in the different direction, his projectiles.
Yeah.
So it's like, these are some cool matchups with some cool powers. I'm excited to see. I'm kind of hoping Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji just don't come in and fuck them up. Because I
don't
actually think
they
that would
can.
be pretty.
Like,
I think
I
it'd
don't
be
think they
pretty
can rush up there.
anticlimactic. Yeah, I think it'd be pretty anticlimactic. Because realistically, I don't think these three would be that much of a challenge for those three.
Unless they start just absolutely fucking their other Straw Hats up, like.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping, like I said, unless other Holy Knights or Shamrock return, I'm hoping the monster trio kind of get sidelined a bit. Because I would like to just see the other Straw Hats get some focus.
Yeah, because like you got to see them shine a lot in Wano for sure. Or well, everyone in the crew got a chance to shine a little bit in Wano, but that was mostly a monster trio, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Or so I can definitely see where you're going with this.
Mm-hmm. Well, it just feels kind of like Oda set it up that way anyway. Because like Sanji was literally with the other Straw Hats, and then he just followed Gerd, and it's like, oh well, he followed Gerd because she's a pretty woman. That's contrived reason. Like he just wanted to get Sanji out of the way. He just wanted Sanji to not be here when this was going down. I assume because Oda knew if Sanji was here, Sanji would probably be able to defeat the Holy Knights.
Yeah.
He would be a significant increase in the Straw Hats' power. So taking him out of the situation, it's like, we'll put him with Zoro and Luffy, and then let the other Straw Hats kind of handle business. So that way, it's at least a bit more compelling because it's not going to be as easy of a victory. Hopefully.
I was gonna say, if Luffy just walked on panel in this moment, Gunko, you had a good career, not a great one, buddy. You're getting packed out. it's over. Yeah, so I can definitely see it's just like, all right, well, let's let the other Straw Hats actually do something here. That would be really cool. I'm hoping that is the case. But yeah, man, hopefully, I mean, like, if anything, we just need the monster trio to find Chopper, man, because Gerd, you are not doing it. I'm not gonna lie to you, bruv. You are not helping the situation here. You are not helping Loki get better. It's gonna take him 7 fucking years to get better off of your plan. Nah, man. Get Chopper on the phone. That's all I can really say. Aside from that, is there anything else that you guys wanted to say about One Piece? I know we're kind of rushing through it, but we did cover
Yeah,
a pretty good bit.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah,
I'm done. I don't have
The
anything else to
chapter
say.
really just speaks for itself.
Yeah, the chapter, this one wasn't as like big of a chapter. It was a nice little setup chapter. But I guess we will dive into our next one here on the docket, which is a very, very big chapter. Chainsaw Man chapter 198. Fellas, how are you feeling about this one?
Only took
Holy
100
fucking
chapters
shit.
for the story to actually start. Ooh.
Yeah. First off, can we all just laugh at Yoshida? This nigga thought he cooked. This nigga thought he cooked, bro. I am so happy other people went back and saw that moment, because I was looking back and looking at all the Fami moments when this chapter came out. And just the fact that this man pulled up, he's like, you're not even trying to hide yourself. Really? Famine? You're not clever at all. And she's just like, whatever, man. What do you want? Like, oh my God, bro. He thought he fucking cooked. It's also really funny, specifically for Yoshida, because for years people have thought he's the Death Devil. So for him to just be so, like, connected to the actual Death Devil and have no idea, that is hilarious. I think that's very funny.
I hope
Oh, I'm
that
sorry, go ahead.
Fujimoto saw all the Yoshida Death Devil theories and was just laughing to himself the whole time.
He probably just like, you know what? I'm going to bring him back in just to have him near the Death Devil. There we go. You know, hit her right in plain sight. That was really cool, man. I am so happy that the Death Devil is someone we already know, because I know for a while we had the idea, and for a while it was really just a week, but it's just like, oh, we saw what we thought was the Death Devil, saw her get beat the hell up, and we were like, hey, what if that's not actually the Death Devil? What if the Death Devil like
weren't
comes
we technically
in?
right?
I mean, we were technically right,
Yeah.
kinda. What if the actual Death Devil steps in? Like, oh, what if it's her mom or something like that? Or what if she's just like a different kind of devil? What if she's not even a horseman? What if her eyes are just like that and blah, blah, blah? So I was expecting a new character, or I was just expecting, I guess now, the actual Fami to just lock in. I was expecting, and it sounded like she did lock in for a second. She was like, okay, I actually read your movement this time. I'm ready to fight. But obviously was not important at that current point. But I am so happy that the Death Devil is someone we've known this entire time. It's so much fun when stuff like this happens, because like I mentioned before, now you can just go back, you can look at other parts of the story, and you can just like try to piece things together. Shout out to Denji, man. That dude's intuition never fucking fails. This man immediately frame one was just like, hey, Asa, do you really trust this girl? She's shady as hell. And Asa's like, we're doing the right thing, right, Fami? And Fami just doesn't answer. She's like, anyway, yeah, we're the good guys. Hey, man, it's pretty bad. I am very surprised, because I thought when Death arrived, I thought Yoru would be like, oh, fuck. Like, I thought you would just know. The closest that we got was in the aquarium from hell, was when Yoru was like, oh, this isn't good, Asa, don't trust that, and then she gets sent out. And it's like, oh, well, I don't trust her, whatever. That's your sister. Cool. But even like Nayuta was just like, oh yeah, cool. What's up? What do you want me to do? I mean, maybe they did know and they just didn't say anything. But even then, Nayuta was like, no, I understand Fami's plan to beat the Death Devil. So like, even she didn't know about it. I thought there would be more of a connection between the four of them. Oh God, did you cut out again?
No.
We're just like trying to process it.
No,
I
I'm
just lost thought.
This is a huge twist. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Y'all think Nayuta knew and just didn't say anything?
Nah.
Yeah, no, because like that's actually the part I'm still trying
That
to
would
figure
make
out. Like,
sense if she was off for that reason.
Nah.
yeah, because like
man.
I can't think of any reason. I can't think of any reason for why they would hide it, though, right? It's like,
Yeah,
like, this is the Death Devil, the person they were preparing to get ready to defeat. So it's like, hey, if she's literally standing right there, you should mention that shit.
That's fair. Yeah, no, that's completely fair.
So it's like,
Mhm.
because that's what I have to go silent on that, because I can't think
It's
of any
just
explanation
wild
for why
that
they
like
would.
no one could tell.
Yeah. No one. Yeah.
Like I get Iori. Yori's dumb.
Yoru also has a big plan in her back pocket. So she's probably like, oh, I don't care. Yeah, do what you want to do. But like even Nayuta didn't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it does give some hope to Nayuta Copers because since the Death Devil is essentially governing Nayuta. I mean, the first thing we saw when the Death Devil appeared was her just revive Yuko. So like, I don't know. Maybe she does the same thing to Nayuta. You know?
Oh shit,
It's
for real?
possible.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, that was the first
I
thing.
mean that is the first thing she did when we saw her, and it's like it's one of those things where it is such a hidden in plain sight twist.
Yeah.
Like in hindsight, that sounds so obvious, but like I don't know, he just didn't think about it.
You don't think
Yeah,
about that. Yeah,
yeah.
because it's just like, oh, I mean, like Famine Devil, she like feeds her and it
Gave
gets her
energy,
sranker.
Maybe.
Yeah,
it's
like it-
whatever. You can
Right.
reason it out.
It makes sense. Yeah.
Or you could even just think of it as like just having like that's just being a normal power for like any high level devil, like the four horsemen in general, you know? Because
Exactly.
it's like I
We
can't
don't
remember,
know
like
what
wasn't
they do.
Makima able to revive people too, or am I just making that up now?
You are making
Makima
that
had
up.
the contract. Yeah. Makima
Yeah.
had the contract with the prime minister. So where she died, she just like all that got passed to somebody else.
Yeah.
Right? No. I'm talking about like actually being able to bring people back to life.
Yeah,
I
when
can't
did
remember if
do
she
that?
actually ever did that.
Never.
No. Yeah. She didn't
Okay,
really have
then,
that ability,
okay, then yeah, never mind. And never mind.
It's one of
if
the things
they
that
completely
Chainsaw
disregard
Man
me.
took away.
Yeah. I
Right,
mean,
then yeah, disregard me.
fuck, there was
Gotcha.
something I was gonna say. I mean, oh yeah, I was gonna say like part one, speaking of that, Gun Devil, right? Where like other devils are looking for pieces of the Gun Devil because it's so strong because they want to power themselves up on it. So it's like, oh, like Fami is such a high ranking devil. I guess it does make sense. She just like gives you a little blood that powers you. Because Yuko didn't just revive. Yuko got like twice as big. She
Yeah.
was fucking gigantic. Like she blew a hole in the school. Like she was gigantic. So it's like, oh, okay. Now that she's like gotten blood from such a high ranking devil, it makes sense why she would come back. Okay, I guess I understand that. No. No, I mean, hey, maybe that is the case, but also it's just the Death Devil, you know, just bring you back. Fuck it. So yeah, who knows? Nayuta Copers, invest. That's all I can say. Invest some stocks in Nayuta's return. It might come true, and you might be rich.
Say less,
Who
fam.
knows?
Yeah, you might be.
Say less,
fucking
fam.
rich.
I'm on it. I'm fucking on it already.
Absolutely, man.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was fucking coping like when we first got introduced to her being dead. And, like,
Yeah.
I'm still fucking coping with it lately.
Yeah, man. I mean, like the
Yeah.
ultimate cope before was like, hey, Fujimoto forgot to draw the mole on her face. We're fine. Or not the mole, the beauty mark on her face. We're fine. It's not actually her. And then the volume came out. It's like, oh, the beauty mark's there now. Fuck. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I just want Denji to have some fucking something here, man. It's like, hey, I can't take this shit anymore.
In this
Too
day and age, he
bad.
gets nothing.
Nah,
I don't care how much
man.
coping I gotta do for it. I want something for him.
Hey,
He's been
man.
through enough.
When there's a double page spread of Nayuta coming down and saving Denji from Yoru and being like, see, I told you to stay away from that girl. Stay on that side, okay? All right? That's just, invest. That's all I can say.
All right, I will.
But I think it's really interesting. I mean, obviously this whole twist, but like the fact that the Death Devil is essentially the good guy in this situation, which is weird considering the circumstances, right? But like in this situation, you have Fami come in and she's just like, I'm gonna save everybody by killing him. And then Death comes in, stops her from doing that, and she's like, well, listen, respectfully, Death Devil, kill yourself now. And Death Devil is just like, hey man, I tried, it's just not working. So I think it's very interesting because Death Devil, I think she is telling the truth when she's just like, hey, I'm having fun with the humans. Like I'm cool here, man. Like it's good.
Well, I don't think it's just about that, because like everything with the story so far is recontextualized, from what I can understand, as the Death Devil trying to orchestrate her own assassination.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I got too.
And that's interesting because a lot of devils in this story, they're sort of born with like an obsession based on their concept. I mean, the most obvious one would be like power and blood.
Yeah.
And this creates like a kind of a tragic story, because obviously the Death Devil would have some kind of obsession with death, but it is probably the one thing she can't have. She cannot die because she's devils just in general are immortal, but like the higher up ones, they just never have died. Like they've never even reincarnated, from what we've been told. So she's just kind of stuck with this shit. And it's interesting because I'm curious how much of this is connected to her wanting to save the humans for whatever reason, or to just her just trying to be done with it. Like how much where does the scale tip more, I guess is what I'm wondering.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
like,
it's...
you also got to remember...
Yeah,
no, because I was going to say, like, you also got to remember she has been lying this whole time. I mean, so we don't actually know how much of it she was lying about either.
Yeah,
True.
they do that, man. They just fucking lie.
True.
Because then you gotta learn. Cause then you have to start to differentiate between what was her being truthful and what is a dishonesty.
Yeah, where does it begin and end? That is a fool's errand right there. I just assume they're always lying at this point.
You know what?
Genuinely,
not
read
a
part
wrong
one.
answer. Thought.
I've said this before. Genuinely read part one and tally up how much of what Makima says isn't a lie before the big reveal. Everything. It's everything.
It's everything.
Everything she says is a lie before the reveal.
She
does not say a single truthful thing, as far as I can tell.
That's really cool.
That's part of the fun. Like I mentioned it before. Like you literally catch Makima in lies throughout part one. Like it's so interesting. Her just being like, "Oh well, I want to promote Special Division to get us some higher ranks and stuff like that." And then Denji is on the news. She's like, "I tried to fucking snuff out the coverage for Special Division. What the fuck are they doing on the news?" It's like, true, man. True. Yeah. Just there are some other examples as well, but it's very funny. Yeah, I think Death, it's interesting because this is now making me think back to the Falling Devil, and I think it's so like it's very fitting, obviously, that falling is connected to death, because there's a moment where in like Denji comes in and he's like fucking tearing her in half. And Falling Devil goes, yes, you're right. This is fitting. The chef should know how it feels to be eaten every now and then. So I think it is so fitting for Fami, who governs death, how she is also obsessed with dying. I think that like fits so well, and again, it's like another hidden in plain sight thing. It's so cool, man. Like, it's even just the funny shit, like going back and being like, damn, Death was just double fisting spaghetti for the love of the game, bro.
Right.
Like,
She really was.
for
man.
the love of the game, bro. She was eating like
Or-
fucking Goku just for fun.
What did they mean by this? She was starving. That's it.
Yeah,
She was
man.
hungry. Well, it's like she ain't got a stomach.
Yeah, she's starving, but
yeah,
she will
'cause-
never be full. Ooh.
That's why she can pack that shit down. She literally just takes it out afterwards.
Yeah.
She just fucking removes it. Hey, that's awesome, man. None of the calories. Cool. Good for you. Yeah.
I love the one post where it's like, so where does it all go? She just got a spaghetti leg in there.
Hey, man.
Spaghetti leg.
We're asking the real questions over here. This is what's important. Yeah, I am so fucking happy, man. Because, man, if you have followed me on this podcast, you will know, man, I have been... Oh, it's been an experience, man. It's
This
been
is
up
shit
and
I've
down.
been waiting for.
Yes, man.
That's what we've been waiting for.
Yes.
Like, I've been waiting to know. So I've been waiting for that chapter where it's like, this will make me read entire part 1, like part 2 differently. It's the same as the Control Devil reveal with Makima. It's like
Yes.
going through the series again changes how you read it completely.
It almost feels like a meta thing going on where it's like we're waiting, and what are we waiting for? We're literally waiting for death.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
some insane
Probably-
shit.
I mean, there's probably well, actually, no. Who am I kidding? There is no better way of phrasing that. Who am I kidding?
Like we were
Yeah.
waiting and waiting. And what are we at now? Like what I just said, we're 100 chapters past like when Chainsaw Man Part 2 started. So hopefully it just kind of keeps going from here.
Yeah, man. This shit fucking rules, man. I have been wanting, man. It's felt like so long since I felt this hype and this excited over Chainsaw Man, dude. Like I sat up in my bed. I was like, please don't be bullshitting, man. Cause I was so scared. I was terrified. Like, because, you know, Fami was getting her ass whooped. I wasn't sure if it was gonna be a situation of like, if you like what I did, then my name is Death Devil. If you don't like what I did, my name's Fami. You should look for Fami, not me. Okay, bye. You know, like I didn't want it to be a situation where it's just like, I'm not who you're looking for, teehee. And then Fake Saw Man leaves and it's like, haha, just kidding. And, you know, she was actually Death. When she said, oh, I'm just Fami, what are you talking about? I was like, please don't say Psych Fujimoto. Please, bro. Please. I was so excited to see actual Death come in with Falling Devil. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. I've been waiting for this shit. I've been waiting for, like you said, this moment where it just all kind of clicks into place. And now, especially with, hey, we're building, like, Death is like, hey, yeah, I kind of just want to die. Now, it's making me even more interested in what Yoru is doing, because Asa has said, like, yo, beating Death really doesn't even mean anything. Like, Yoru's plan is so much worse. So now that the Death Devil is, like, a lot more, like, for lack of a better word, chill, it makes a lot of sense how Yoru could be the final antagonist here. Just really interesting shit, dude. All around. I love Chainsaw Man when it's like this, man. We went through the trenches, dog. We've been through hell. Oh my God, but here we are.
Bro, I literally waited for death.
I mean,
for
that
the
is
story
what
to get
that
good.
is what it's
Yes, man. We went through all types of shit, dog, and we had to get through here. Finally.
about. Yeah.
Finally.
Tomorrow is definitely going to be interesting for sure.
Yeah, I am
new
so
chapter
excited.
tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. I'm so happy it's not on break. Holy fuck. Yeah. I am big excited for that one. It's a really good chapter for Chainsaw Man, dude. Really fucking good.
Who would have thought?
Genuinely. Holy shit. God damn. Holy shit, man. After a winter of it's so over, we are in the spring of we are
The
so
winter of
fucking
it's so
back.
over. We're springing forward.
Yes, sir, man. The fucking springtime of youth. Finally, man. We're here. Shit.
Yeah. And again, I actually do want to again bring this up just because I think it's fucking clever. But it's like it wasn't until maybe 30 minutes after I read a chapter that it fucking hit me that this particular chapter where it got revealed that everything we knew was a lie, it came out on April Fool's. I just wanted to reiterate that point in particular because that's fucking hilarious.
It's so perfect. It's so perfect, man. This is like the perfect chapter. Like, this is that shit. With the context of everything, man, this shit is 10 out of 10. C'est magnifique. I love this shit.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you guys want to say about this one, man? I mean, I could say like this chapter fucks for like the next hour, but you know.
Straight up.
Nah. I think we covered all the bases for now.
Okay. Where did my pen go?
I
There it is.
feel satisfied.
Okay, let's talk about another really good fucking chapter then. Kagurabachi Chapter 74. Fellas, how are we feeling about this one?
It's one of.
Oh my!
I just
hold
want
on.
to. Okay.
Before we do it, because Sky's not here, we gotta do it by this point almost every single time. As we let me pull up the Excel spreadsheet. Okay. And yep, 74 chapters, not a single bad one.
I don't
Not
know how he does it.
We just don't know.
Because it's like
We
I
can't
think
stop
what's
them.
so wonderful about this chapter is how rooted in the characters these decisions are. Because I think in a lot of series, the moment where Chihiro decides to use N10 again would be this moment where he feels like he's ready, it's time, the big battle's here, let's fucking do this. But it's not. He does it just because Iori wants to see her dad again.
Yeah.
And he knows that will
Oh,
bring
God.
him. And in that same moment, the only person who truly understands him and is ready to do the same is
Here
Hirohiko.
you go, man. He
He-
was
Dude.
right.
He is truly beginning to understand him instead of this like superficial "we are the same" type shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
He's like starting to actually get him and is able to respond in kind like there is something so gratifying about that because it is such a cool chapter. It's got aura, I guess, but at its core,
You're
it's
damn right
just
it does.
it's rooted in these characters understanding each other, and that is so much more important.
hmm It's
Yeah.
it's really funny because I remember when the chapter came out. I forget who it was, but you guys were talking about it in chat, being like, "Dude, this fucking chapter is so crazy," and I was like, "Oh fuck yeah!" Like I'm excited to read this chapter.
Dude,
So I go
same.
through and I start reading it, and it's like it's good.
It's good.
Yeah,
It's good.
It's
But I
good.
don't
Like
know.
it's Kagurabachi. It's good, but like insane. I don't know, dude. When I got to that fucking panel of them pulling the swords out, I stood up. I was like laying down. I wasn't even sitting down. I was laying down in my bed. I fucking stood up all the way. Like
Holy shit,
I
bro.
did this bit when I came into the chat for on Sunday, but I'll do the same thing. I kind of had the same reaction. It was like, it's really that great? We'll see. And you're going through it. I'm thinking, yeah, nice try, Kagurabachi, but it's gonna take a lot more than that. And whoa,
Bro.
whoa, my eyes widened when I
Oh,
saw that
shit.
bright sky.
Dude, it's just the fact, like, I don't get it. How can you make these characters so good and they also have so much fucking swag, dude? Like that page of Chihiro just pulling off the glove with his mouth, this nigga knew he's in an edit.
It's so cool.
He knew he was in an edit, bro.
Literally, because what it is, what it is in a vacuum, those panels are just sick.
Yeah.
Like if you just showed me, page 16 and fucking page 18, I would look at that and be like, dude, this looks fucking awesome. And people on Twitter would tell you it's peak. But the reason why it's like authentic, the reason why it's like genuinely good outside of Aura is because of what Xena said. Like this moment is earned. This moment has been building up since the beginning of this arc. This moment is the culmination of so many things that it gets you excited because you care.
Mm-hmm.
It would be cool
man.
anyway, but the reason why it's actually cool is because you care.
Yes,
And
dude.
that's something that like Aura can't get you. You gotta actually like write a story with characters that
Aura
act
can only
like
get
characters.
you so far.
Yeah, Aura can only get you so far. That's the real thing. 'Cause Aura can get you pretty far, but it's not. It can't replicate this feeling.
Dude, like just the fact like we see the entire like backstory between Iori and Samura, and we brought it up last week where it's like the futility of Iori's actions, where she tries so hard. All right, nigga, damn, bless you. But she tries so hard to like keep her family together, and she puts up such a strong fight and such a brave face, and to have that ripped away from her anyway is so heartbreaking. So seeing her come to this realization again in real time, and like just kind of like re-accepting that and be like, no matter how much I struggled, my feelings, like, they didn't matter. They never reached him. As you have like this giant ceiling that represents her dad, and all she can do is look up. She can't interact with it. She can't do anything. She could just stare at it. And then Chihiro, the big moment where he pulls out his sword again, like Zenith said, it's not to like, okay, I'm worthy of this move, because it could have easily just been that. He just learned the EI drawing style. Like, this could be the time where it's like, you are worthy, Chihiro Rokuhira. But instead, that doesn't matter. He pulls his sword to force her dad down from the heavens, and he fucking flies down with these big ass wings, and it's the sickest shit. And it's like, bro, I almost ripped my, like, I say it a lot, like, just joking. I almost ripped my shirt off when I read this. I'm so serious. Like, oh my God, man. Dude. This shit is what I'm talking about!
This shit means something to me.
Oh my God, dude. And just the fact that, again, Hirohiko is the guy, he's just like, hey man, fuck that. I'm not letting it end this way. I know Chihiro. Real recognizes real. And
real.
Chihiro Rokuhira, you are looking mighty familiar. Okay? I'm not letting it end this way. And I know Chihiro's about to pull his sword. So get me my damn nuke sword. Like, oh my God, bro. Oh.
You want to know what's the most insane thing about this entire situation?
What's that?
Next chapter will be even better.
I know.
I'm telling you right now.
Oh my
It possibly can't get any better than this.
Oh my God.
It doesn't.
Oh,
stop.
I don't know. Is it going to be a team up or is it going to be a 3-way fight? Like, I'm not sure.
It's going to start as a 3-way fight, and it's going to end as a team up. I guarantee it.
I was gonna say that.
Because, like, the problem is, like, I can definitely see Hirohiko still trying to get a little bit of smoke from Chihiro, but the problem is, like, despite how much they've grown together, is like he is still, like, Samura is still very much at a higher level than the both of them right now, on what they can reasonably handle. So, like, it is going to be pretty much forcing them to team up just so they don't get fucking eviscerated by this dude.
Exactly. It's going to start as a 3-way fight because they're not on the same side. They do want to. Yeah, like that's But it's either team up or die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can't beat him. Like it's really like they have to. Like I don't see any other way for them to really get out of it.
Oh my god.
No, that makes sense. That makes
dude.
sense.
Fucking Chihiro broke Cloud Gouger, but said, "Don't worry about it, sweetheart. I'ma pull this sword, and it's gonna fucking split the sky, and it's gonna clear all the clouds, and fucking, he's gonna come down. We're gonna fight this motherfucker." Ah, bro, this is that shit, dude. Oh my god, man. Just everything about this fucking chapter from beginning to end. Even seeing like the back, like when on page 9, when Iori like snaps back and just seeing this nigga Hirohiko do a cartwheel after getting slashed.
Yes, thank you. I was just about to point that out. I love that. I love how in the
shit is
previous
so
chapter,
funny.
it's this big double page spread of him getting slashed, but you now see it in like real time where it's just like, it basically looked like he fucking tripped and fumbled.
Yeah, dude.
He's chilling.
Oh my god, man. Like that's so crazy because Hirohiko is a fast motherfucker. The fact that he just like blitzed him like that, he's just like, he put him on his ass, bro. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. I'm really looking forward to see, because like now we have N10 with the EI style.
Oh, I've been waiting for this,
Holy
man.
bro.
I've been waiting for this.
Holy shit, dude. Oh my god.
I'm ready for him to like combine that with the shit. Like,
Yeah, dude. Bro, that's gonna be so sick on Pan. Like, what if he uses like his blackout ability? Everything is just dark and you just see a white line pierce through the screen. Oh god, injected into my veins, bro. Holy shit. Oh my god, dude. I mean, there are some other things about this chapter that we could talk about. Samura and Johnny Hishaku, they have their talk again, where Johnny Hishaku is just like, "Hey man, I think I want to use the Child Forsaker, man. I think that's cool." And he's like, "Nah, you know," Samura's like, "I don't think you should." But I love how in this entire backstory, it's Johnny Hishaku just preying on this dude's weakness. Like every single time. Like just the fact that he brings up like, "Hey, you know, if shit was really over like that, bro, the flowers would be gone since they're just pure spirit energy, but they're still there. That means that the sword bearer is still pissed off. He's still raring to go. So like, hey, he already broke what y'all thought y'all could do with these swords. I mean, what if he does it again?" You know? And like, it's such a simple thing. Like, it's nothing concrete, but it's the fact that just like, yeah, what if he does it again? Because this is something that Samura's already been thinking about. What if it happens?
He's terrified of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's constantly playing into that fear, and a good portion of fear is the what if factor, and that's all he's doing against him.
Like, it's so understandable. The fact that he's like preying on this emotion, especially now that he has Iori. I mean, in this chapter, I mean, last chapter as well, but we saw them split apart. And he sent her away and even had her mind wiped. So it's just like, hey, don't even like worry about me. Don't even remember me, which was so fucking sad. Like seeing her teardrops fall on the little note that he left her. Oh God, dude. Oh my God. But he's trying to like distance himself from her, and in the back of his mind, he's just thinking like, what if another like malediction happens, and what if it's here this time, and then something happens to Iori, and he's feeling just like that survivor's guilt where he's like, man, even if it cost me my life, we should have just killed this dude. Like we should have taken him out, but we didn't do anything. Or not that we didn't do anything, we brought him in, but we didn't finish the job. Like none of this would have been a problem if we just resolved ourselves at first. So just seeing this descent, both figuratively and literally, from Samura in this chapter, it is so interesting. It's very understandable to see how he got to this point. He's still a coward, but like understandable coward.
He got trauma.
Yeah, he's a little trauma guy, big old trauma guy.
It's
Sounds like he needs to get good.
Damn. You ever thought about not getting hit, idiot?
not going to you for emotional support, buddy.
Ever thought about
I'm the
not
ultimate
feeling
guy
sad?
to go to for emotional. Yeah, exactly. It's like I'm the ultimate person to go to for emotional support. It's just like, just don't be. I'll just tell you straight up, just don't be sad.
Damn.
So you're just saying lock in.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope
Our
your students
good friend.
never go to you for advice again.
Damn.
What do you mean, damn? You just said
You
all
mean
that evil
damn?
shit.
You ain't got the right to damn that. The fuck?
What the hell? Just said, yeah, you're feeling sad? Fucking man up, pussy. And then I say that, you're like, oh, that's mean. What?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't mean I don't care. I'm just saying, like, you gotta lock in.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. It sounds exactly like
It
that.
sounds exactly like that. What the hell?
I think we have a strong grasp on the situation here, actually.
He's like, why? How are you getting cyberbullied, man? Just turn your computer off. Like, that's silver. Just
I
fucking
mean,
shut
am
the
I
screen. Just turn it off, man. It was bothering you. Yeah, man. This shit's crazy. Damn. Yeah, just this whole chapter of Kagurabachi. Holy dude. I love it.
We've never fully seen Hirohiko's enchanted blade in the
No.
Nope,
Actually,
we
saw
saw
like a
it.
teaser, and then Chihiro
Yeah,
got
We saw a
teleported
tease,
back.
and it's like
It's
these two like
the geisha,
women,
like geisha,
ghostly
whatever.
women.
Yeah.
things. Yeah, the geisha.
Man, that shit was so
we
cool.
need
He
to see.
pulled that shit with his mouth, bro. What a
Yeah.
demon.
He was ready to go. Like
that
he was
nigga's
ready
a
to fight.
demon. Holy shit. Yeah, I am very excited to see what he can do with his swords now. It's gonna be really interesting, especially like, man, even like seeing Samura like try to combat his movements, like that'd be really cool to see that. See him try to combat Chihiro.
I really
Damn,
hope Hirohiko's
dude.
able to, because his arm's all fucked up right now.
You think he loses another one? Over or under? Well, you lose another arm.
See, I thought about it and I thought like, oh, if he loses an arm, then he'll be out of the fight. And then you just reminded me, well, Chihiro fucking cut off both of his arms instantaneously. It was just like, well, that was fun. And he's still ready to fight with his mouth only.
Hey, man, that's sick. I mean, what if this is the moment, right? Because we thought before that, you know, the way that Hirohiko levels up, he's gonna see the attendant, his sword play, and he's gonna like learn from that. Obviously, that didn't end up happening. But what if this is the moment? Like, what if he has a moment where he sees Samura like do the white purity style? He's like, oh, and then he just
Yeah, 'cause
immediately
Chihiro
does
learned it. Like he got the final like step from
Iori. Yeah, because he saw her. But you know, this entire thing has been Hirohiko. It's been like an underlying story for him where he's very selfish and enjoying his growth. Where you had Dweeb Shaku, he's like, all right, we're gonna teach you the basics, and he's just like, man, fuck that. I'll figure it out on my own. I don't need a tutorial level. And he's like, bro, you could be so much stronger if you just paid attention. He's like, I'll figure it out. Who cares? So what if this is the moment where he's like, you know, what if I do just try to like learn from this guy? And who's better to learn from at this point in terms of swordplay than Samura? So like,
Fucking
what if,
Samura.
yeah, what if Samura just pulls up and he does some shit? And he's like, oh, yeah, I can do that. And then he starts doing it. And then Samura's like, what the fuck? Like, now he's on the back foot now. And maybe that leads to, you know, the unintentional team up between Hirohiko and Chihiro. They start going band for band against this dude. That'd be cool, man. It's a lot of interesting stuff.
It could also be just the other way around, where it's like the point is he never sort of gets rid of that foolish notion of not learning from someone, because originally he does the EI White Purity style to mock Chihiro,
Yeah.
to mock what he's doing and that like learning from others type of mentality. So it could be where it's like, now that there is like the best guy here at it, well, not the best, there's obviously the guy that invented it, but like the best available teacher, now that he's here, it could be where he still just doesn't make the most of that.
That's true, man. Which, oh my god, that'd be such a fumble. I mean, hey, Dweeb Shaku, he's probably like somewhere injured on this roof. He's gonna be like, oh my god, this is the greatest day of my life. This is the greatest day ever. Hirohiko, lock in, bro. Look at this motherfucker's movements. Come on. Yeah, it'd be really, really cool. I mean, even if he pulls out some shit that he's never seen like Uruha do, that'd be so interesting, man. God damn, that'd be cool. I'd love that. We're gonna see, though.
Yeah.
We're gonna see. This next chapter is gonna be so good. So good. I mean, like, I mean, what if there's a moment where, like, fucking Iori and Samura clash swords like one time and they just like run into each other? That could be something. You never know.
I mean, I imagine she's definitely got a lot to say to her dad right now. So I could definitely see that happening.
Gonna tell him to lock in.
Well, obviously, yeah.
Lock in, Dad. Jesus. Yeah. I think we have a lot of interesting scenarios to come from this chapter alone, so I am very, very excited. Very, very excited. So, good chapter, great chapter, incredible chapter of Kagurabachi. Is there anything else you guys want to say on it before we move on to our final two chapters?
Not right this second.
It was goated.
It was. It is a contender for one of the best in the series, and yeah, Taigo is right. It ain't even. Next one's going to be even better.
It's most likely about to get better next chapter.
Yeah, this is just the beginning.
God, man, it feels good to be on the winning team. It feels good to be on the winning fucking team, man. Oh my god. Okay. So let's move on to our final two chapters. Before we were just going to do Dandadan Chapter 188. But
wait, hold on. Actually, I just remembered something funny about the chapter.
Yeah, go
ahead.
Bro,
this chapter got people so hype. I saw someone say, man, this shit's going to go so hard in Season 2. Bro, there's not even a Season 1 yet.
Kagurabachi.
That's how hype that chapter was.
Bro, we are so up, we can't look down, man. We got to look forward.
I know, right?
We're going to be talking about the Season 3 opening pretty soon. That's just going to be peak, bro. Hey, soon? Kagurabachi reference? Type shit, dog. Type shit. Yeah. Keep up next week where we talk about like Season 5 stuff that they can animate. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Now let's proceed.
Yes, let us proceed.
Fuck
man.
yeah.
Originally, we were just going to talk about Chapter 188 of Dandadan, but because this is a Monday and Dandadan chapters come out on a Monday, we're just going to talk about Chapter 188 and Chapter 189 of Dandadan. Fellas, how'd you guys feel about these chapters?
They were fun.
Guys are bums. They're bums.
They are bums, bro. Holy dog. Hey, man, this is what I'm saying, man. The great Kinta, yeah, this is what happens when he's on the team, man. Bag fumble alert. Holy shit.
They're doing really good for two guys with no powers.
Yeah, no powers and
like, to be completely honest.
Yeah, in Minecraft.
They can make Gundams and shit, bro. What do you mean?
I don't know.
No
I count
powers.
that as powers. Like,
like they don't have powers though. That's different.
How so?
Cool. They
literally can make Gundams, bro. That's a power.
They literally don't fucking have powers.
What do you, bro? He can make a Gundam that he can mold with his mind, bro. That's the whole point.
Any person in this story can do that.
They don't have the
They
stuff,
don't.
though.
Yeah, they can't make a mech like Kinta though.
My
That was the whole point of the
you guys-
arc.
You guys are completely misrepresenting my point. My point is that Kinta and Takakura are two normal people. They don't have powers. They're using alien technology, but they're people. This guy is he's possessed by a fucking spirit or whatever. He has powers. And then the alien girl, she's using a mech suit, but we don't know if she's like stronger anyway. We don't know what her biology is like. So
Isn't she
the
just
fact
an
that,
alien to begin with?
yeah,
she
she's
is.
an alien. She's not
Yeah,
human.
so
it's
she's
like,
definitely gotta be probably more powerful then.
I mean, we don't know.
Because she
But
lost her
they
suit
are-
originally, and she was just like powerless essentially.
So they're doing pretty fucking good.
I
Fair.
guess so. I
Go ahead.
guess so.
Tell me why you disagree.
No, I guess they're doing good. They're getting their asses beat though. They're getting beat the fuck up by these guys.
Yeah, but they're normal guys. They could have just died
Oh
already.
my god. All right, sure. You know what?
Tell me why
Sure.
you disagree. Tell me why.
Sure. Niggas with a Gundam suit. Niggas with a Gundam suit. You're making it sound like these niggas just walked in here butt ass naked, and here they are. They're about to box these dudes. These niggas walk in with a Gundam suit and a bunch of other shit that they can mesh into other forms of armor and anything else that their mind envisions. They can merge together and create a mech, an even bigger mech. Now, granted, that one's weaker because they suck, but they can do all types of shit with their imagination because of this stuff that they have. They're not just normal dudes, man.
They are just normal dudes with this really good tool.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, no, and I actually would also
The
like to point out-
tool, their usage of the tool is lacking.
Yeah,
the point.
and I do want to also mention it because I do find this interesting as well. It's like, yeah, they can shape it into whatever they want on using their imaginations, but it's ultimately still limited by real world abilities, like literal material, like material and weight. Because, like, yeah, I like
that
it
is
'cause the
cool.
first
I
model
like
of it-
how that's a factor.
Yeah, it's like the
Yeah.
first model of it is like he had all the speed and power, but lacked the durability because, as at the time, he didn't have that mindset for it. But by carrying that around the paperweight to get a feel for steel, well, he can picture the durability, but then in turn, that sacrifice is his mobility. Like, it's a real world old engineering problem, and it's actually really cool. So you can't exactly fault them for being bums either, you know?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
but
can. What do
agenda.
you mean? These niggas, this nigga trained for this moment to be useful, Silver. And when he's getting his ass whooped, I can't be like, damn, you suck.
My goat wash.
That
What
does
do
seem unfair,
What do you
Silver.
mean, bro? This nigga sat here and did his fucking squats in his chair at school. He was carrying around shit in his pocket to be like, don't worry, ladies, I'll protect you. And when he's getting beat down the street, I can't be like, damn, bro, you're getting washed. Yes, I can.
Well,
the hell?
You,
That's the shit yet.
You keep that same energy.
I will.
Hey, let's meet back up in a couple weeks. You keep that same energy. We'll see what's up.
Stay on that side.
I will.
Yeah,
You know
Stay
what?
on that side.
I will stay on that side.
You stay on that motherfucking side, okay?
Yeah.
I will stay on that side. You know what? I will do that. When they
Hey,
inevitably
you know what?
win.
I'll do you a fucking courtesy too. I'll paint you a big fucking L on that side.
hey, when they inevitably win because of their big mech, then hey, I will stay on this side because these two not so normal niggas got the job done. So I will stay on this side. Thank you very much. The grass is greener on my side. I spray painted it.
All right, Zenith, Jigga, you guys gotta pick a side.
I
This
don't
is-
care enough.
What?
All right, well,
Bro, you gotta join me on this side, man.
Because it's like they are bums and they are gonna win. Both can be true. Like,
Bro, but agenda.
you guys have your own fucking
Dude, come
side.
on.
All right, you guys have your own fucking side in the different. Y'all go somewhere else.
Got it kicked off the premises. That's crazy.
Bro, you can't even do agenda, man. Like, come on.
Damn, bro.
That's the bare minimum requirement.
Damn,
Yeah, you're talking
bro.
about manga. You gotta know how to agenda.
Yeah,
what the
man.
hell?
Gotta have at least a minor in agenda, man. Come on.
Okay,
You gotta know how to. You
all-
gotta know how to agenda, leak, speculate, and shit. What was the last one I was thinking of? And stock. You gotta learn how to put your stocks and shit.
All jokes aside, these are cool chapters. I mean, it's a cool fight. They are getting their fucking ass kicked.
there's not a whole lot to say. I guess.
Curious because it's like the other guy. Do we know his name? The loser kid.
We
Hase.
do, but I forgot.
Hase?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Hase.
Hase. He basically fucked himself because they were winning because they were. He was teaming up with, I don't know if we know the alien girl's name,
I don't
but they
think
were
we do.
winning because they were overwhelming them, and then he just decided to attack her. So now it's like it's 2v1. So now he just gave Takakura and Ken the opportunity to retaliate,
Around, yeah.
even though
Yeah.
they're fucking around. They're fucking around right now, but once they actually do something,
Once they lock in.
well, I
do
think
wonder what do you call it? His ghost power is or whatever, like whatever ghost spirit manipulates him or some shit like that. Because
I think it's supposed to be
like
the
an
jumping
Oni.
crone.
Really?
Yeah, that's what it was. That's right. I forgot.
Yeah,
It could be, yeah.
I forgot it too
Okay, that's
until someone mentioned it in the comments.
the jumping ground is it's he's using it very well, but it doesn't appear that strong.
He's
still getting used
yeah,
to
these
it.
are.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he's still getting used to it. But even if he was fully used to it, I'd still I don't like. Let's be honest. If this was Okarun with Turbo Granny's power, Okarun and Kinta would be fucking dead.
Yeah, they'd smack him. Yeah.
they would both be fucking dead by this point. Like he's doing well with the power. Well, I think
Yeah.
what it's going to be is I think Takakura, because he has experience using the demon possessed powers, he knows that this guy is fucking completely wiping himself out very quickly.
Mhm.
This guy has better stamina than Takakura did, because when Takakura got the power, he was a fucking nerdy. He was a nerdy kid who probably hadn't run in forever. This guy clearly is way more in shape, so he's being able to use the powers a bit more freely than Takakura could when he first got it. But he's still he's tiring himself out, and we can see that. He's sweating, he's panting. So Takakura knows he's getting to his limit, and Kinta will be the one to use the nano skin to get the big hit in. They're gonna have to work together. I'm not exactly sure how it's gonna play out.
Yeah.
I would definitely like to know more about the alien chick's backstory, but I also wouldn't be surprised if that's all we get.
Yeah, because you don't
Yes,
need.
we
a
don't
whole
need-
lot. Yeah.
Yeah, we get it. You don't need a whole lot.
We get it, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we do learn a little bit more when we find out her connection to Saint Germain.
That makes sense.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then
makes
it's just
sense.
oh, now that's our motivation to go fuck this. When we learn more about Vamola, and it's oh, okay, now we gotta fuck these dudes up. So I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think it'll be as emotional as Vamola, because god damn, dude. Those chapters fucked me up bad.
Oh my god, dude. Those chapters are so good.
They're so good, man.
Well,
But I can imagine something similar.
one aspect of it, because Saint Germain, was it ever stated or confirmed that he is human?
I think it's. I don't think it's
know,
confirmed at any point, but I'm
actually.
pretty sure that dude's an alien.
Yeah, because this girl, because we've just seen many human-looking aliens. Vamola looks human. Yes, the Sumerians, they have the little antennas, but they look human.
Yeah.
But this girl just looks human. She doesn't have any features, as far as we can tell, that make her look alien. I'm almost wondering if Saint Germain could even be the same species she is, because he looks very human too.
Straight
but
up,
I'm assuming he's not human.
Yeah, we don't know his. I just looked up on the wiki. We don't know his race yet.
Mm-hmm.
He's got
Home planet
purple hair.
unknown. Yeah, I thought the same thing. He looks
Yeah.
pretty cool.
What
I'm
the
not gonna
fuck?
lie. I thought it was orange this whole time. He looks pretty cool with the purple hair, though. I fuck with it. Purple hair, like the bluish greenish eyes. I
It
fuck
kind of
with
works, yeah.
Yeah, it
He
pretty
looks cool. I like Saint Germain's
I fuck with it.
design.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we learn more about her when it comes time to fight him. Whenever that
That
happens,
makes
I don't know. But
I
yeah,
can
Yeah,
see
that-
that.
That makes sense.
but yeah
I
for
also
now, I
like-
wouldn't be surprised if it's just Hase and he's like, "I'm sorry, Okarun," and we just kind of focus on that for now.
I also just like because we've done this for a while. It's not new information, but I like the kind of giving more information about the aliens that were conquering planets, conquering Vamola's planet and stuff. That it's like this guy we were focusing on, the leader of this like scout party, literally does not matter.
Yeah,
We were.
Yeah.
at
We
least I was.
hyped the fuck out of him.
Here's the thing, he was strong. Like he
Very strong.
was strong. Like he was very strong. He up to that point, he was the strongest person they had fought. But it's like I remember when that arc was coming out, I was like, oh my god, this dude seems like a big deal. And I think it's really cool because when you realize that it's like, oh, he's literally nobody. Like he's not even like it's not like a situation where it's like in One Piece, it's like, oh, the Marines, the admirals are really strong, but they're not top of the food chain. It's like he's not even like admiral. Like he's just a guy.
he's just a dude. Yeah,
He's like the equivalent of fucking like Smoker in like the East Blue. Like he's just a fucking guy.
Wow.
here
It's
he
funny,
No,
is.
though.
straight up.
We could
Straight
get
up.
we could get information later, and it could be stated like, oh, that guy was actually like a general of this empire, and he was important. And I wouldn't say that's like, he was strong. He had lots of subordinates. It's fine. But as far as we know, like he was high ranking enough to have subordinates, but this alien empire seems to be really vast. Like they have conquered hundreds, if not thousands, of planets. So whoever's at the very top of the food chain, whoever is the top of this empire, I think is going to be one of the main villains, if not just straight up the final villain of the series.
Yeah.
Because they're going to keep coming back. Like they're not just going to disappear. They're going to be a reoccurring character.
Uh,
This empire is going to be a reoccurring force.
I mean, especially
You
since
disagree?
like the mirror lady just fucking came in and took out a bunch of them. So they're probably like, "What the fuck? We just sent all these dudes to Earth and they got cooked. What is over there?"
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, shit makes
Straight
sense to me.
It's a cool chapter. Do we have a chapter next week? It's not on break.
yes,
right?
we do.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
So what's on break
Yeah, no,
next
we're
week?
not on
I
break.
know One Piece.
Just
is
One
on
Piece.
No One
yeah, I'm
Piece.
pretty sure it's just that.
That's it.
Okay.
Which sucks. I want some One Peak back, but oh well. That's how it goes. Take your breaks and all
The
that
anime's
stuff,
back,
okay?
right?
Yes,
Well,
sir.
as long as we get some,
Something that-
Dude, that opening almost made me cry. I'm like, I almost cried at a party.
Bruh.
the visuals of the opening are really good. I'm not a huge fan of the song. Not to say
Yeah, no,
that
same
I think
here.
not to say I think it's bad. I think it's it's good. I just not something I would listen to like on repeat.
Yeah, no,
Right.
yeah, no, I'm the same way. Because like my first priority when I'm listening to a new OP is like, is this something I can jam out to while I'm driving?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But the ED though is really good. The ending
I'll check
is,
that one out.
I really like the song at the ending, and the visuals for both are really good.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Actually, I don't think I checked that. I don't think I checked out the ED.
I
just
only
realized.
saw
I'll have to check
the
that out.
opening's visuals. I didn't play the song because, again, at a party, I wouldn't have been able to hear it anyway. So I just saw the visuals and I was like, man. As soon as I saw Akuma writing Dear Bonnie, I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, God. I almost melted into a pool of tears.
Here's the thing. I still think it's way better than a lot of the One Piece openings. Like fucking, there was like a stretch of One Piece openings in the New World that I just don't like.
Yeah, like basically like
I
Punk
agree.
Hazard to just about like what's it
Wano.
Why?
yeah, Wano or
Honestly,
something. They were
they're-
all
yeah,
very
I-
samey.
I like Whole Cake Island's ones.
Yeah, I forgot.
Those were
the name of that
like
one.
3 minutes long though. That's when they were
They are
fucking.
They're too
ridiculous.
They
long.
had the infinite
Yeah, they're too long.
fucking timer glitch, bro, where they just like that was a Whole Cake Island. They'd be like, all right, here's a 3-minute opening. Here's like a 10-minute recap of last week's episode. Here's like 2 minutes of new content, bro. I was ugh.
And then Luffy
There-
got punched by Katakuri for the 17th time.
Yeah.
There are, because out of those, like from like Punk Hazard to Wano, there are some good openings in there, but it's not every. I'm not a huge fan of most of those openings, but I think since Wano, they have consistently been getting better. And I like the first Egghead opening more than this one, but I still think this one is better than like the rest of those.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's fair.
Wano had some bangers, dude. Holy shit.
Wano has some great
Yeah.
ones. Like, god damn.
Yeah, like over the top fucks, dude. That shit is really good. I like that one a lot. Yeah, I gotta check out the other opening for Egghead. I've been kind of slacking. I'm pretty sure I did watch it, but I just forgot all about it. I've been slacking. I'm gonna check out the new episode of One Piece too. That shit's probably so good, man. I'm so ready to see like Luffy versus Kizaru, like that animated.
There's been a lot of drama, which there always is, but recently there's been a lot of drama with the One Piece like anime because that anime just came back. And this has been a consistent thing that's been building, but a lot of Sanji fans are
yeah,
upset.
I saw this
Yeah,
drama,
I saw it. Yeah.
A lot of Sanji fans are upset because they feel like Toei is adapting the manga in a way that makes Sanji look worse. And none of the examples are that egregious, but when you combine them all and you have like a spreadsheet
Paints
of
a
them all
picture.
next together, it's like, okay, maybe.
Yeah.
The problem is that they're like going after the staff of the anime, and it's like,
Oh, I didn't know that. Jeez.
no, yeah,
Yeah.
they're tweeting at them. I personally haven't seen any tweets that are like super like outrageous, like cussing them out or anything. But they are complaining to the wrong people. They are blaming the wrong people. They shouldn't be going after the staff members and saying, "Why the hell are you guys painting Sanji this way?" It's not their fault.
Why are you doing your job, essentially? So
Yeah,
rough.
exactly. It's like it's not appropriate what they're doing. But at the same time, it is like I don't know why Toei.
I don't know why
again,
they did that. Yeah.
It's not the staff's fault. The animators, the staff working on the episode, it's not their fault. But I don't know why Sanji is being portrayed this way.
Yeah,
It is a
that
little
one or
odd.
two
Why is he
higher
making
ups that are
hard
just
eyes at a
like-
10-year-old? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like
Really?
because people were making memes about that, where it's like, here comes Sanji, he's gonna perv out on the 10-year-old. Oda never did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oda made it very clear that Sanji never acted that way towards Bonnie. He never
Or even
did anything.
as
Yeah, like
Hancock or whatever.
yeah, he never
Yeah.
he never acted like crossing the line with Boa's Seraphim or Bonnie because they're kids. And Toei has pretty consistently been making him act that way towards them, and it's like, well, that's
Ugh.
why are you guys doing that?
Freaky ass nigga, man. Mm-mm-mm. They don't gotta do my boy like this. It's so sad.
Right. It's goddamn, you know?
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. I don't know the reason. I hope they stop.
Yeah.
The Sanji
I mean, the-
PR team always having a struggle.
Yeah, Sanji FC, we are fighting for our lives, bro. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
It is so cooked. But hey, man, hopefully, like you said, they do just like cut that shit out because it's so weird.
It's just unfortunate. Like no one else gets treated this way in the anime.
Well,
Yeah, no
that's
one else.
isn't it so funny? You don't think it's funny that Sanji is like perving out over this literal child? You don't think that's the gag? You don't think it's funny?
It
Not after the
really
200th time.
it really reminds me of the
Or
one
the first.
SBS.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the one SBS where it was after Reiju was introduced, and someone asked Oda like, "Oh, Reiju is like really beautiful. Well, how come Sanji doesn't like
Wanna fuck
get
her?
hard eyes? Get hard eyes around her?" And Oda was like, "Dude, sister. What the fuck
Yeah,
are you saying?
yeah.
Like what? What are you talking about, dude?
I'm like, man, keep up, dude. Holy shit. Good God, man. Walk with me for a second here. He doesn't want to fuck his sister. How crazy is that? Jesus, man. Ugh. People are gross. Yeah, hopefully they just stop doing that shit. Because that is just really bad, man. Come on. You know, I got to do my boy like that. But
Toei, please stop doing that to Sanji. Whoever's stop harassing the staff. Whoever's on Twitter harassing the staff, don't harass the staff.
Yeah.
Especially staff who didn't even fucking work on the episode. They're just going after everyone.
Everybody.
Like, people who work on One Piece. It's like they didn't even fucking work on the
Fuck
episode.
you, Vincent Chainsaw.
Yeah, it's like
what you say fuck me for?
Start
attacking the One Piece live action crew. Whoa, what the fuck did I do? Yeah, no, it's just a whole bunch of ridiculous shit all around. So hopefully it gets resolved and hopefully people chill out.
I'm so glad Oda doesn't have a Twitter.
Yeah, it's great. That's awesome.
He has there's the official One Piece account, but it's ran by his
that ain't him.
His editor. Yeah. So it's
good for him, man.
Well, I think he's too old. I think he probably was just like, I'm not getting into it.
Thankfully, like it never caught on to him, and now it's just a bit too late.
Yeah. But
thank God that nigga's got different priorities. He's got to take care of his family, banger ass chapters.
Buying every Lego imaginable for his house.
He's got his
Real
priorities right, man. Yeah, that's a grown man right there. But is there anything else you guys want to say before we get the F up out of here?
No.
I'm good.
Okay, cool. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening. Let us know down below what your favorite chapter of the week was. It doesn't have to be anything that we covered here on the podcast. It could be Blue Lock, Blue Box, Kill Blue, Grand Blue, Blue Beetle, Kane Banashi, Nue's Exorcist, what else? The Sakamoto Days. A whole bunch of
Sakamoto Days was so good. Actually,
I gotta read that one. I'm gonna read that
you
one
haven't?
first. Nah, I forgot. I gotta read that.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Roger. I'll check that joint out. But anyway, thank you guys for being patient. I know emergency episode, had to get this stuff done. Hopefully I will have this out the day we're recording this, which is the Monday. So I'm gonna try to start rendering this as soon as I end this recording. So hopefully it'll premiere for you guys later tonight. But anyway, goodbye. Mwah! And good night. Bang.